Hey, Marilyn O'Malley here of MarilynO'Malley.com. And I thought since I have given you Ascension 101 and Ascension Symptoms that now I would give you Ascension Self-Care for Starseeds and Sensitives. And actually, all of this self-care also is good even if you're not going through Ascension. So first we're going to start off with feeling safe. The more that we can feel safe, the less we will be in fight or flight, stressed out, get our cortisone up. Feeling stressed is not healthy for us, and we don't want to add that on to the other things that are happening in our life that we might be able to have more control over, or those things we don't have control over. So how can I help you feel safer? So one is, if you're having Ascension symptoms and any of them are giving you any distress at all, that you're not sure whether it's something that you need to be check out with the doctor or not, go to the doctor. Go to somebody that will help you confirm, because what we want to do is I want you to create as much certainty in your life around what is going on, even though it feels crazy making. But the more certain you can feel about your life and that you have control over it, the less stressed you will be and the easier it will be for you to move through these things. And the less mental angst you might have with some of the physical symptoms or emotional things, or you'll just know it's a process versus an unknown thing that's happening to you and you don't know when it's going to end, if it will ever end, etc. So the more certainty that you can bring to something that is putting stress on you, the better, right? So if you need to put your mind at ease, go to the doctor. And you can find doctors who understand energy, a lot of chiropractors. Again, do your research and ask for resources, because not all doctors are equal. And so ask around, and holistic doctors, even some, look at Dr. Weil. He's, or Deepak Chopra, they are doctors, but they understand energy. So find somebody that you can trust and talk to and about this, that understands not only Western medicine, but Eastern, and might even understand Ascension and Ascension symptoms. The other thing is research for knowledge. So educate yourself. So if stuff is coming up and say you're being affected by different things that are happening, and you don't know what they are, research it. You don't know anything about it. So one of the things that I'm saying here is, find out the things that you're sensitive to. And so if I was discovering in this process that I'm sensitive to things that are happening, earthquakes, big earthquakes, or, natural disasters, also sun flares and different things that are happening out in the cosmos. So I started learning, and there's actually a place that you can go. It's called, on YouTube, so it's called Suspicious Observers, and they share about earthquakes and solar flares and cosmic actions and gamma rays and all sorts of things that are happening in the universe, around our planet and in the universe. And they have really neat videos and stuff like that to share information. It's fascinating. But I would, so besides my friends that know a little about this, that I could call and say, is something happening, right? That would help my certainty about the uncertainty of the things that I was feeling. And then this YouTube station that I follow, he puts something out every single day that I could, and then, it would just lead me to different places, so I would start to educate myself about it, so I wouldn't be so I would be like, oh, okay, and then I'd know how to take care of myself after that. So research the things that, so it might be that health, you're going to have to learn about how to take care of yourself in a healthier manner, that you have certain sensitivities now have come up, and they're even stronger. And so it might be that you have allergies to food all of a sudden, or your stomach's upset. And so you're going to go out into that area and you're going to find information, and then you're going to try different things to see what works with you, because we're all different. So I could tell you what I did, but that might not work with you because you're you and I'm me. And also get to know, this research is also get to know your connection to everything. So this is where you might, if you don't have knowledge about like how is everything connected to everything? You know, what is this law of attraction? What is the quantum field? What does that mean? So it might be time for you to go explore and you know, what are starseeds? What are archangels? What, you know, different things. Who are my guides? You know, so wherever you feel led, go and do some research. And as you gain this knowledge, you will feel more certain about things. Like my knowledge of my connection to everything really helps me know that I have support that I can't see, but I trust that support. And I know also to ask, that I need to ask for help in that area to get support, or pay attention for signs from my intuition to guide me with support. That like when I'm researching, know your guides and everything are sitting there helping, putting things in front of you, so you can learn what it is that you need to learn. And we'll put the people and the places and the events and all of that, they'll lead you to the right doctor if you need a doctor. So learning all of that, right, keeps that stress level down, keeps you in a space of flowing and giving you the right tools to support yourself during this time. Okay. This next one I think is life-changing, and I know a lot of you don't pay attention to it that much, and it's breathing, a breathing practice. Breathing is incredible. And I have been doing this for over a year now, but there's different breathing techniques. But breathing really helps the sympathetic and the what do I want to say? I get them all mixed up. Anyway, there's lots of information out there. I don't want to do it on this anyway. You go explore and find out about breathing. But Dr. Weil has a breathing technique, which is you breathe in 1, 2, 3, 4, you hold it for 7, and you exhale it for 8, and you exhale it with your tongue up on the roof of your mouth, just kind of blowing air out around your tongue for 8. So that's 4, 7, 8. Just try that and do it like 4 times. And then I would also highly recommend, I've been doing Wim Hof's, and I'll put some links in here for everything, for where there's some information that you guys can go find these. Wim Hof's breathing technique that I think is fantastic. And these are practiced, so changes happen after you know, with the practice over time, lots of different things. It's super, super healing, and it's balancing the involuntary and voluntary nervous systems of the body. And so, and it's healing in so many different ways. I can't tell you, and it's mind, body, spirit. It's the whole body, and you, there's a ton of information on the science of Wim Hof's breathing. And like I said, I'll give you a link that takes you through the breathing, but I would go to his website and read up on the science of it. The other thing is so when you breathe down into your belly and you slow your breath down, you're telling your body you're safe. And that's one of the biggest things is a lot of us breathe just up here, short breaths, not getting enough. And we breathe with our mouth open, and that's anxiety. You know, that anxiety inducing and very kind of masculine, ready to charge kind of defensive breathing. And so when you are really consciously breathing down into your belly, and then and creating this control of breath, your body knows, oh, she's safe, because if she wasn't safe, she couldn't breathe that way, or he. And besides all the benefits, so I can't. Please go learn how to breathe. And the other thing I would say is don't breathe with your mouth open during the day, because that will create that can create anxiety for people. Lots of different things. That just by closing your mouth and not breathing through your mouth during the day has cleared asthma, all sorts of different things that have gone on. Helps people lose weight. I'm just looking at the book right here. The Oxygen Advantage. The book is called The Oxygen Advantage. Read that. It's really good. If you have asthma or anything, it's fascinating. The breath is so important in a lot of different ways. So now when I walk and do activities and hike, I breathe through my nose. As much as I can until I need to open my mouth. But on the whole, it really, again, calms your whole system down, and that's what we want to do. And it's super healthy for you. All right, so the next thing is connect with Ascension or Starseed communities. Find communities, find people that are coming together that are experiencing these, and so they can help. Again, know that people can give advice, and you can share, hey, I'm going through this, does anybody have any resources or guides or what worked for you? But know also that you're very different and you have a combination of different things that are happening for you. And I am going to be creating I'm calling it the universal community. So for Starseeds to gather, and a safe place where there will be information and we can share with each other, and you know, have different events and stuff like that where we can support each other, because I really do see a need in this. And I'm creating one outside of Facebook. I just don't feel right creating one inside. So that will be coming up very soon. So I will be putting out information on that. Anchor in gratitude, love, harmony, peace, abundance. So if you do this, if you anchor into that, and I'll share with you how to do that, it will help you rewrite your subconscious mind. So versus going necessarily after all of the limiting stuff, by you starting to play more in gratitude. Let's just say gratitude. You're so you're grateful for this this video in your life. You're grateful to me for this video. You're saying, thank you, Marilyn. Thank you so much for this video. That creates an energy in you that's really wonderful and healing in your body. And then if you, after you watch this video and then you go do something else, or you find information, right? You follow something. I'm so grateful that I found this information, right? And then how loving are you to yourself, right? So it's like, I'm loving that I can take care of myself, that I can give this to myself. You're loving, you're taking care of yourself at that time. That's really great. The other thing is that you can say out to, when you're walking around, is just really start to make it like you're sharing love, you're sharing abundance. You're looking at people and saying, wow, congratulations that you're so abundant and so healthy or so alive or so full of love. You know, may you be in love and light. May you have peace of mind. I'm so grateful for my peace of mind. See how you can play this? And if you start to play in your day from this perspective versus what you don't want or what you're not liking, then you'll start to wire your subconscious mind to being grateful, full of love, abundance, and it'll start, you know, looking for more of that energy and pointing it out to you so you can acknowledge it, see it, prove you right? So that's a very powerful thing that you can do. And another way to do that too is I have made a heart-brain meditation that's in my YouTube, and I'll put a link on here on this video that you can go, and it's a 20-minute heart-brain meditation that connects, going through a gratitude, passion, love, appreciation, etc., and connecting and getting you into that energy. And so just being in that energy as much as you can helps you feel safe, helps you feel grounded, helps you feel connected to everybody. And again, as these things are happening to you, you don't feel, you know, you feel like that ascension is happening in favor for you, not, you know, to add to your life, to not take away from it. So the other thing that really helped me a lot through Ascension was practicing energy medicine. And I love Donna Edens' energy medicine. And so I'll put on here, I actually made a little video too a while back showing my daily practice. And or you can go to her website or her YouTube and find things on there or study. That's, you know, this was one of my researches, was like, I feel like I need to do this, and this is something also I need to share with others. So, you know, I took a course or two. I think I took a few courses of hers, and then I have her book, and I practice it every day. I do her work every single day, and that really helped to balance my energy. And there's specific things in there you can do if you're feeling, and that really helped me when I was feeling out of my body or discombobulated, like, you know, part of my body was disconnected from another part of my body. So the energy medicine really helped with that a lot. And also then moving your body, just you know, whether dance, walking in nature, hula hooping, swimming, just getting in the water, just you know, just sitting. If you can't, just movement will help you move emotions, energy in motion, right? Will help you move things through your body. Also, I would say under energy medicine is getting a good night's sleep, making sure you're sleeping well, that you're being hydrated enough. Hydration helps you move energy through your body. Also, it helps your cells and DNA and everything do their job. If you're dehydrated, it's really hard and it slows things down. And sleep is when your body heals too. So you've got to realize that sleep, I'm talking to a lot of you millennials or college students too, so watching that you're getting enough sleep, that you're sleeping in spaces that are healthy and don't have mold in it or aren't noisy, etc., that you're getting as much downtime as you can, like 8 hours if you can, to help you. I would also say that the energy work, but it is clearing and disconnecting from energy. So as sensitives and starseeds and are being highly, highly, highly empathic, we have to clear that energy that we pick up as we go through the day. So it's like you have to start thinking of, if you had, I always use the thing like octopus arms. So if I'm passing through my day and I have all these people, just think I have all these arms attached that that I've met or passed or picked up on or attached to, or they have attached to me, and as I'm walking through my day, I'm pulling all that energy with me, or that energy could be draining me. And so I want to pull all of my energy back into me and just make it that it's clear that I am all clear here. One of the things that I teach my clients is that your body plus I put the aura space in here so that your energy space all around your physical body, I call that your mobile home. And so your mobile home, you have to be feng shuiing that mobile home all day long. So if it gets cluttered and it pulls things in and you pull, different energies in, and there's other people, and this is also where a lot of our conditioning is, our filters and stuff. Just think you want to be clearing those filters out, those beliefs that no longer serve you, electronic energy, cosmic energy, whatever's there. You want to think of it as like you filling up this space with really clear, grounded, your life force, the energy. And then when you're full of your energy, then the other energies can't come in unless you invite them in. And so you just will learn how to clear those off. And I have multiple YouTubes on how to clear out energy or create healthy boundaries that you can check out. Earthing, standing on the earth, barefoot, or laying down, or hugging a tree, or sitting at the base of a tree, or walking a beach, or swimming in the ocean, or lakes or something. It's like being out in nature, having time where or gardening, having time where some part of your body is in the earth. And that's super healing and grounding. So it's connecting you to, really healing earth energy. And nature and animals are great for that too. And then also connecting, like when you're meditating, or and I'm going to be creating some new beginning meditation tapes, but thinking that that the central sun, that the ascending grid is coming down into your body, and that the crystalline grid, the universal grid, is coming up through Mother Earth and with her energy and coming into your body, and they're meeting like in your heart space. And that you are now connected to everything in a way that feels supported. Because a lot of times what happens is we don't feel safe, or something triggers us. So if you don't like being sick or not feeling yourself, right? It kind of puts you, especially if you're sensitive, you can go into your creative, highly, highly creative mind and start making up stories that put you into fight or flight. And then, your system gets out of whack, and you might even leave your body a bit and come out here and hang out rather than being in your body. And when we're not in our bodies and don't feel connected to things, where are we? We're in that uncertainty. We're like floating in space and don't know if we're gonna live or not. And we don't like that. That feels unsafe. So as much as you can make yourself feel safe and grounded and connected to things and understand that energy, go explore, go read, go learn. Also in this is chakra work. So opening, clearing, balancing the chakras. So I have a YouTube for that. I will put that on here. And the chakra, there are energy centers, and they're connected to everything, right? And so they're like filters and readers. So just think like radio stations. So it's filtering kind of what comes in, what goes out, and then also at the same time tuning in to what's out there and what's coming in and what do we want to let in. And so helping to balance those, because if those get out of balance or out of alignment, so we're always working to pull ourselves into alignment, because that will be more of the flow. Sometimes we need to be out of alignment. It's giving us information, and it's our learning. But as much as you can pull yourself into alignment so it isn't drastic. So it's more just like this versus, like, or if you think of it going like this versus, you would rather it be, if you have ups and downs, that they're not deep valleys and canyons and then, mountaintops. Okay, let's see, what else? So listen to your intuition. Let your intuition guide you. I talked about that earlier. So as you're going through this period, your intuition is going to be expanding anyway. And so now is a great time to learn about that. So you can, again, you can find stuff on my blog about intuition. I think YouTube's also, but there's also other people out there. There's tons of books. This is a great time for you to start testing it. Is that my intuition or was I just wishing? Start playing little games with when people call you without looking at the number. Who is it? You can play number, get a deck of cards and play with your friends and have them pull a card and think of that card and you check in and see if you can get that. If you had an intuition that you should go somewhere and you go there and it turns out to be right, then really check back in and say, oh, what was it how did that feel different than another time that I've done something and thought it was my intuition, but it wasn't. I didn't listen to it. So now you'll start you're having your inner guidance system, right? You're connected to everything. It's like, that's this whole thing with the Ascension as you are evolving. And so it's like you have a whole new, it's like you realizing, oh, I am a radio station and I have all these powers and I can tune into things I didn't know I could tune into before. And now you're learning to tune into them and you're seeing how important they are. And it's like, oh, now my life is so much more multidimensional. I can feel into things. I can see things. I understand this better. And, so it makes it really exciting. And just, you're not going to get everything at once. You're going to get what you can handle now and where you should learn it, and just trust that. Even though there's something else you might want, trust where you are right now and trust that there's something important there for you to learn. And then you will eventually be learning that or going into that area that you wanted to, or you'll learn how, no, that's like, it's probably too old. There's newer stuff for you to learn. Like that isn't of value to you anymore because now you have these other perspectives and paradigms and parallel worlds to work with. Do your inner work. Next one is do your inner work. So what does that mean? I explained a little bit of this on the Ascension 101. So the inner work is, so whatever's showing up for you, your fears, where you're seeing limitations in relationships, beliefs, stuff, where you're being challenged, it's to go inward, not to point the finger at anybody else, but just go, what is my belief? What am I thinking? What am I doing about this? How am I reacting? And are those my beliefs, or are those my parents' beliefs, or was that my culture's belief or my religious beliefs? And does that serve me? Is that true today? And what do I want to believe? What is it I want to create? What is important here? And so it gets you, your inner work is going inward. And so it's not looking for validation out there. It's looking at, who am I? Who am I really? And, in the energetic sense even, who are you as an energy? Who are you as consciousness? How can you, meditating, and being in your head and watching the thoughts that come to you and try not to be attached to them, and seeing how you're not your feelings, you're not your thoughts, you're the one watching them. And so if you are not your feelings and you are not your thoughts and you're the one, who are you? What are you here for? What do you want to do? What's in you? What's your soul want to do? And what is your soul, right? Go explore all this stuff. You're gonna find out and really, I want to tell you, a lot of people, I see a lot of people being really afraid to go inward because they're afraid, oh my God, I'm going to find that I am the bad person that I really think I am, and that I'm terrible, and I am abandoned, I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough, you know. And you really, I have to say, there's not been one person, and I've worked with thousands of people that have, and I know people who've worked with thousands of people, there's not one person that they've worked with who has found that. They fall in love with themselves. They're like, oh my gosh, you're your worst enemy. You're your worst enemy. And so it's turning inward and falling in love with who you really are, getting to know who you really are. You are not your conditioning. You are not your programming. You are not those thoughts and those emotions. And so, you know, but it can feel a lot of uncertainty, a lot of chaos around this. Like, oh my God, if I'm not that, who am I? You know, I've talked about how during my wake-up call was like, that was my whole thing, was beliefs. It was like, oh my gosh, well, if this isn't right, what else is? And I went looking at everything, and I challenge that all the time. What am I believing about a lot of things? And not thinking, and really getting out of that, like, I'm right. It's just like, there's so many things I don't know. And if I live in a multidimensional world, there's lots of different ways to look at things. So it's fascinating, and I tell you, you will come out the better for it. And so it's about deeply caring for yourself. Some people can't say love to themselves yet. They can't start out that way. So we change it to deeply caring. Or caring. Even if you just start caring, you start honoring, you start respecting what your wants and needs and values are, because you might have been a child that none of those were of value to your parents, and they rejected you or rejected them, and therefore you assumed, because they rejected it and they were in their own worlds thinking that you had to be who they were, you had to follow their rules and do their things. And that as a child, yours didn't matter, but yours do. And so they're just doing the best they could. And sometimes that's terrible, and I'm sorry. But now you have to do the best you can to deeply care and reparent yourself in a lot of ways. Reparent and love yourself like you were that mother and father, loving that little child and meeting its needs and wants. And you'll blossom. You're going to blossom. Okay. Connect with friends in person. Connect with people. Get off the phone. Don't text, call. I know a lot of you have phone phobia. But listen, connection is so important, as I've said in here. It's realizing you are connected to everything, and it's not, and how important that is, how that feeds you and you feed others. So there's a constant influence that's going on, and a lot of times this phone gets in the way, or the computers get in the way, or the laptops get in the way from you having a real connection with somebody that what do I want to say? That's heart to heart, that fuels you, that feeds you. Texting somebody and getting a text back is not heart to heart. Whether they love you or not on the other side of that text, it is not the same as being with somebody, having a conversation, meeting them, where letting your mind expand. Also, you get to see who you are in reflection back from other people. You get to start showing up in different ways. You get to start making new choices. And you get, as you open up and be more loving and caring for yourself, you allow that for the people around you. You positively start influencing the people around you. And hey, listen, if you are a starseed and a sensitive, you are here to help positively influence the people around you. And you cannot do that behind a phone and a computer. alone. You know, I do this, but I also get out with people. And then I have workshops, so you're connecting with me live on Zoom, but we're talking to each other. We're seeing each other. It's really important, and that's why the communities are important, that you start realizing that you can't do your mission. You can't live your mission at home. You can't live your mission behind a screen or a TV. You need to get out. Even if you're just going and you're in unconditional loving energy, or you're reflecting back to people the love and light that they are. You need go sit in a cafe, and just radiate that energy and get out, and it will fill you up. You'll see there's a whole different way that you will feel about yourself and about the world, because you will feel connected to it. There's a lot of disconnection through social media and just texting and swiping and all of that. So it's the highest recommendation that will really change you. Okay, let's see here. So meditate, I've talked about that. So I will have the heart brain meditation on here, and then I'll put a couple other things on there. But just quieting, or just even, walking through in nature, being quiet and just being present in the now. I'll tell you, so you learn to manage your mind and not let your mind run away, not thinking your thoughts are the important thing or your feelings are the important thing. It's you managing it and staying in the present moment. All right. Follow your passions and callings. So at this time, new things are going to pop into your head, and old things that you thought were important aren't going to feel important anymore. And so follow those. Again, research it, check it out. Why? Why would I be interested in this? How interesting. Follow those breadcrumbs and see where they lead you. You might find incredible friends, your partner, create a business, live your mission, fall in love with yourself even more. So, what got you here? What got you to listen to this video? Do things that bring you pleasure. Yes, that's part of loving you. Even the basic things when I was starting, even if you put on lotion, put lotion on lovingly. Give yourself time instead of quick thing, really just put it on like you're putting lotion on a baby. In a way that is like, I care for you. Go have a massage. Again, pleasure. Go out and be with your friends. Go dancing or concerts or music, or, so figure out, how can I make the most pleasure for me in my day? If music is really important, have it playing all the time and play it to certain moods, and variety of things. So again, if pleasure is being out in nature, if pleasure is doing artwork, whatever it is, making love, do that. It again will fill you up. See, it's just like, I want you to realize that you have to fill yourself like a car with energy, so that you have energy in your day to handle the things that are coming at you, or to handle the ascension symptoms, to handle healing and mental, mind, body, spirit, right? So that all takes energy, besides what you regularly do, making meals or working or taking care of kids, or serving the community in some way. Learn and grow. So that's kind of been throughout this, but exploring what's coming up, finding knowledge, learning about it, learning about yourself, questioning things, being curious, again, to help you create certainty, but also then to help you find out who you are and what's really important to you. and how you can serve. And then apply all those things. Grow. That will help you grow, right? You can learn, and you don't apply anything, you won't grow. So the whole idea is about evolving, growing, and so you have to pay attention to yourself. It's not paying attention to other people, because you cannot serve other people if you don't grow. Remove what isn't working. Stop tolerating what does not work, what is not aligned with you, what does not serve you or anybody around you, or the highest good for all. There's a lot of things on that. I'll let you think about that one. And experiencing new things. Bring novelty into your life. Again, novelty into a way that it's like it's exciting. It is some uncertainty. The brain likes new things. The brain loves to learn. It's the subconscious mind that doesn't necessarily want to change, because that's our habits and that's where our emotions are, so depending on how we think of things. But bringing new things into us is really good, and it also helps shake up, you know, where is the thing we're tolerating. Like, so are you tolerating letting yourself sit on the couch for hours when you really want to get up and do some artwork or write a book, or decorate a house or something? There's something, or go meet with friends. Are you tolerating people or a person treating you in a certain way that is not who you are, not what you, and even if you didn't deserve it, you're just tolerating somebody not respecting and honoring who you are? Stop it. Don't allow them in your life anymore. Or set a limit and boundary. It's like, if you cannot honor and respect me like I honor and respect you, then this relationship ends. It's not happening anymore. You know, so where are the things that you can create some new, wonderful, which Ascension is bringing anyway, into your life. So this turned out to be longer than I thought, but it's packed full of information. And if you have any questions, just ask and I will respond. And if you feel like it, if you're interested in the community, send me an email or put information on the comments below this, and I will send me your email address, and I will send you an invitation to the community. All right, guys, until next time, live, love, and matter. Bye.